What is business ethics? The concept has come to mean various things to various people, but generally it's knowing what is right and wrong in the workplace and doing what's right. This is in regard to effects of products and services and in relationships with stakeholders. What is challenging for many corporations is knowing where their moral compass directs. Who are they most accountable to, the shareholders or their customers? Many businesses have gained a bad reputation by prioritizing the needs of their shareholders over the needs of their customers. We see companies who knowingly produce products that are dangerous to their consumer. Businesses often prioritize the need to make money, capitalism, and compromise their personal ethics. History gives us many examples of companies who have blatantly tossed ethics aside, including cigarette and car manufacturers. But sometimes the ethics in a business decision is not clearly right or wrong. Many global businesses, including most of the major brands that you are familiar with, place a high priority in the appearance of making ethical decisions. Many major brands have been fined millions for breaking ethical business laws. If a company does not adhere to business ethics and breaks the laws, they usually end up being fined. The problem is that sometimes the amount of money these companies are making outweighs the fines applied. Look at the Duke Energy's coal ash issues. Were the penalties strong enough to deter their unethical environmental practices? There are two major ethics theories that attempt to specify and justify moral rules and principles: utilitarianism and deontology. Utilitarianism is the moral theory developed and refined in the modern world through the writings of Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill. Utilitarianism states that no decision is truly right or wrong, but the morality of the decision is based solely on the outcomes. The moral choice would be the choice that creates the greatest good for the greatest number. The decision was a moral one if the consequences of the choice were positive. For example, under the utilitarian style of moral theory, it is okay to sacrifice 10 people if it will save 100. The 100 people outnumber the 10 that were lost. The main problem is that with utilitarianism, if it's adopted, it justifies morally appropriate things that are clearly immoral. For example, utilitarianism can be used to justify punishing an innocent man or enslaving a small group of people if such acts produce a maximization of the consequences. But these acts are clearly immoral, regardless of how fruitful they might be for the greatest number. So a second type of moral theory is introduced. It's called the duty-based ethics. It centers on the principles of 18th century philosopher Immanuel Kant. Deontology advocates that both the actions and the outcomes must be ethical. It points out that the action's morality is of greater weight, and the result of the wrong action does not make its outcome the same. One particular example is the birthing process, wherein the mother and a baby are at equal risk. The doctors know that saving at least one of the two is better, yet under this theory, trying to save both of them would be best.